Today, we're looking at 10 classic cars for sale. Real listings, real condition, and real stories behind each one. Some are ready to drive. Others need a second life. Let's take a closer look.
All right, let's start with something you don't see every day. This is a 1968 Chrysler Newport Coupe, finished in black with a tan interior. And right away, you can tell this car has presence. It's big, it's long, and it's got that unmistakable late 60s Chrysler styling. Wide stance, clean lines, and just enough chrome to remind you what era this came from. Now, this one's had an older restoration, not fresh out of a showroom. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. It gives the car a bit of character. You're not afraid to drive it, enjoy it, take it out on a Sunday without worrying about every little speck of dust. Underneath, it's got 158,000 miles, automatic transmission, and it's running on gasoline like it should. The seller mentions it runs and drives great, and that's really what matters with something like this. One nice upgrade here, disc brake conversion. That's a big deal. These big body cars benefit a lot from better stopping power, and it makes the car feel a lot more usable in modern traffic. Rust? Minimal for its age. That's always something you want to hear on a late 60s Mopar. And the interior? Surprisingly in great shape, especially in that tan color. It gives the whole car a warm, classic luxury feel. And here's something interesting. The seller calls it a rare coupe version, almost like a more understated cousin to the Imperial. You don't see many of these around anymore, especially in this kind of condition. They're open to offers, even willing to trade for a pickup truck. That tells you they're flexible, but also that this car is probably just sitting there waiting for the next person to enjoy it. This is the kind of car you buy if you want something different, something big, comfortable, and undeniably classic. Car number 2, 1970 Ford Mustang Fastback. Now we're stepping into something a little more iconic, a 1970 Ford Mustang Fastback, and this one has a story. Finished in green on green, which is already a bold and very period-correct choice. You don't see that combination too often anymore, and when you do, it really stands out. Here's the headline: 12,413 original miles. That's incredibly low. And paired with a matching numbers 351 Cleveland 4-barrel engine and a 4-speed manual transmission, this is exactly the kind of drivetrain setup people look for. The car's been recently repainted in its original color, so it still holds that authentic look. But the seller is honest. This is not a showroom car. There are minor blemishes here and there. And that honesty is actually refreshing. Mechanically, it runs and drives good, but there are a few quirks. Suspension sways a bit at high speeds over bumps, emergency brake isn't installed, AC works but needs a refresh. So it's not perfect, but it's real. It's a driver. Inside, you've got some really cool original features still working, original AM radio, passenger side clock. That's the kind of stuff that makes a car feel alive. The seller also has original manual, documentation, extra parts like shocks and carpet, not installed yet. And here's the human side of the story. They're selling it to pay for college. That always adds a layer to a car like this. It's not just metal, it's part of someone's life. This Mustang isn't a trailer queen, but it's honest, rare in mileage, and has all the right bones.
number 3, 1977 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe. All right, now we move into late 70s territory, and this one's got some historical significance. This is a 1977 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe, finished in red with a tan interior, classic Corvette color combo. Now here's what makes 1977 special. It's the last year of the vertical rear window. That design change alone makes this car stand out among C3 Corvettes. This one's got 105,000 miles, manual transmission, and the original 350 engine still in place, always a plus. Condition-wise, the seller describes it as a driver, not a show car, and again, that honesty is important. Paint, still in great shape. Body, minor blemishes here and there, nothing major. No significant damage, clean title. It's the kind of Corvette you actually take out and enjoy, not just stare at in a garage. And you can tell from the description, this car was cared for, but now the seller simply ran out of storage space. That happens a lot with classics. Sometimes it's not about wanting to sell, it's about needing to. Also, the seller makes one thing very clear. They're serious. No time wasters. At under $10,000, this is one of those entry-level classic Corvettes that still gives you the full experience. Long hood, low seating position, and that unmistakable American sports car feel. Car number 4, 1970 Chevrolet Malibu. Now, this one is something else entirely. A 1970 Chevrolet Malibu, and this is not your average cruiser. This thing is built. Finished in blue with a black interior, it's got the look, but the real story is under the hood. We're talking about a 454 big block, and not just stock. Brodix race right heads, hydraulic roller cam, forged pistons, Edelbrock intake, Holley carb, MSD ignition system. This is a serious setup. Then you look at the drivetrain. TH400 transmission, 10-inch converter, 12-bolt posi rear with 410 gears. This car was clearly built with performance in mind. And yet, the seller says it's never been raced. Why? Because they didn't want to ruin it without proper safety equipment. That tells you something about the owner. Brakes are upgraded, suspension refreshed, fuel system sorted. This is a well-thought-out build. Inside, it's mostly original with a few changes. Bucket seats, aftermarket gauges, some wear like faded carpet and aging headliner, nothing unexpected for a car like this. Paint, about a 7.5 out of 10. Looks good, but not perfect. Some rust bubbles starting under the vinyl top. Again, typical. This is what people call a driver quality muscle car, but with serious performance potential. And the seller makes it clear, they're not desperate. So if you're looking at this car, you better be serious. Car number 5, 1971 Chrysler New Yorker two-door. And to wrap up part 1, we go back to big luxury. A 1971 Chrysler New Yorker two-door, finished in red with a black interior. This thing is pure early 70s American comfort. Big body, big engine, the famous 440 V8, and a ride that's all about smooth cruising. Now here's the interesting part. The car has been stored indoors since 1979. That's over 40 years of protection, and it shows. The seller says it's practically rust-free, which is huge for a car of this size and era. But it's not perfect. A few dents on the driver's side, vacuum leak in the engine, needs a new carburetor, transmission works but has some leaks. So yes, it needs work. But the foundation is there. And it comes with new tires, new brakes, a lot of spare parts. This is more of a project with strong potential than a ready-to-go cruiser. The seller is open to offers, even trades for tractors or zero-turn mowers, which tells you this is coming from someone who probably values utility just as much as nostalgia. If you're the kind of person who enjoys bringing a classic back to life, this one could be very rewarding.
Car number 6, 1966 Ford Mustang Coupe. Now this right here is what a lot of people picture when they think classic Mustang. A 1966 Ford Mustang Coupe, red with a black interior. Simple, clean, and timeless. This one's got 107,000 miles, automatic transmission, and it's powered by the original inline-six 200 engine. Not a V8, but honestly, these straight-six engines are known for being smooth and reliable, easy to maintain, easy to live with. And this car has been tastefully upgraded. You've got air conditioning, and not just installed, but described as ice cold, Bluetooth radio with surround sound, and power front disc brakes. So it keeps that classic look, but feels much more modern when you're actually driving it. The seller emphasizes something very important. This car is solid. Floors? Solid. Torque boxes? Solid. Trunk? Solid. Cowl? Solid. That's exactly where these cars usually have issues, and this one checks out. Only one small rust spot mentioned, near the radiator bracket. That's minor. Interior has been refreshed. Black vinyl bucket seats, center console, wood steering wheel. It's got that nice blend of old-school style with a few comfort upgrades. Also worth noting, matching numbers on the door and inner fenders, which adds a bit of authenticity. This is not a project. This is a turnkey cruiser you can enjoy right away. Car number 7, 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1 Fastback. All right, now here's something for someone who's not afraid of a project. A 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1 Fastback. And yes, it's a real Mach 1. This one comes with a 351 Cleveland engine, automatic transmission, and the seller says the engine runs strong. But let's be clear, this car needs a full restoration. That's the deal here. Now the good news, mechanically sound, body in decent shape, interior still there. So you're not starting from nothing. Cars like this are all about potential. The 1971 Mach 1 has a very different look compared to earlier Mustangs. Longer, wider, more aggressive. It's got that early 70s muscle car attitude. At $12,000, this is priced as an entry point into a serious restoration project. No trades, straightforward seller, and one of those if it's listed, it's still available kind of deals. This isn't for everyone, but for the right person, this could turn into something very special. Car number 8, 1965 Ford Mustang GT Fastback. Now, this is the one collectors pay attention to. A 1965 Ford Mustang GT Fastback, finished in ivy green with a black interior, and this one is fully restored. Not just restored, the seller says it's a consistent trophy winner. That tells you everything you need to know about the level of detail here. It's got 4-speed manual, 4-barrel carb, dual exhaust, rally pack, front disc brakes. This is the kind of Mustang that shows up at events and people gather around it. The fastback body alone makes it desirable, but being a GT, properly restored, puts it in another category. With 56,500 miles, this isn't just a rebuilt shell. It's a car that's been preserved and brought back the right way. This is not your casual weekend driver. This is something you take pride in owning. Car number 9, 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe, gunmetal with black stripes. Now here's a different kind of build. A 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe, finished in gunmetal with black stripes, and this one is clearly built with performance in mind. Under the hood, 289-stroked engine, less than 1,000 miles since a full professional rebuild. That's basically a fresh engine. And it doesn't stop there. Aluminum flywheel, aluminum radiator, 9-inch posi rear with 373 gears, full suspension refresh, headers with dual trumpet exhaust. This thing is meant to be driven. Brakes, upgraded to front discs. Frame, reinforced. Wheels, American Racing Torque Trust. Classic choice. And then the big statement from the seller. 0 rust anywhere. That's huge. Clean title in hand, and a very direct seller. No nonsense. This is the kind of Mustang that's not about originality, it's about performance and driving feel. Car number 10, 1968 Ford Mustang. And finally, another Mustang but with a different story. A 1968 Ford Mustang, red exterior, classic look, with around 46,000 miles. That mileage is relatively low for its age, which is always interesting. This one's got V8 with 302 heads, automatic transmission with a shift kit, full disc brake conversion, new power steering lines, new oil pan. So mechanically there's been some attention here, but visually it's not perfect. Rust around the wheel wells, paint chips. This is what you'd call an honest driver. Not restored, not pretending to be perfect, just a classic Mustang that's been used and maintained. The seller even sounds a bit emotional about it. Selling my Mustang.
You can tell there's some attachment there. They're also open to trades, which gives a bit of flexibility. This could be a great middle ground car. Not a full project, not a show car, just something you can get into and enjoy while improving over time.
If you enjoy looking at real classic cars like this, the good, the honest, and everything in between, stick around. There's always another list coming, and sometimes the next one might have the car you've been thinking about for years. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps keep these stories going.